The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. First off, the Father for creating us. For the Son for dying upon the cross. And for the Holy Ghost residing deep down inside of my soul. My soul cries out, yes. Lord, I have been filled from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. I was at work today. I was contemplating what I was going to say, but I came to the conclusion. I said, Lord, whatever you want me to say, use me, Lord, like you see fit. I can't give an argument with that, you know, because you be thinking like, what can I say? I can't say much because it has been said. Pastor Bankhead, he brought it. My first time hearing him bringing the message. I met him with Deacon Freeman. He was like, Deacon, do you have your speaker? I said, no, I don't have no speaker yet. He said, I got you. He said, we're going to Pastor Bankhead's church on Blandon that Wednesday night. And I met him. And when I met him, right off line, I got home, I told my wife, I say, baby, he's a good spiritual man. A man, a true man of God. My spirit clicked with his spirit. You know, and when you're in the realm of God, when he say, well, 1 and 2 are touching agree, I will be in the midst of it. You know, and the program wasn't put together, you know, like I wanted it, but regardless of what, we did get the job done. As long as we do the will of God, he will be in the midst of everything. We just put him first. You know, and I was just thinking about the songs on the program. I'm not going to get the program. I'm not going to hold you long. I just want to thank Elder Jesse for the opening prayer. The praise and worship team of the Bible Gospel Ministry, the spiritual dancers, the soloists, I tell you, it really struck my soul. And then from the lovely introduction from the Mrs. Bankhead to the word being brought by Pastor Bankhead. Your body, which is your temple that God gives you as a loan for your spirit to dwell in. You don't abuse your temple because God gives it to you by consuming drugs and alcohol. You know, everybody don't walk on the dark side, but now it's trying to walk in the light. And I thank God for just pulling me out of the hedges, off the highway, out of the ditch, out of the clubs, out of the traps, out of smoking blunts, out of drinking. Turn me into a full-fledged Christian. I tell you, he's a marvelous God. Creator of all, know in and everything. He know my heart and the desires of my heart is to serve him. You know, my grandmother brought me up in the church, and I thank my cousin in the back one for coming up, brought me in the church. I strayed away, but you know, once it's inside of you, once it gets planted, the seed, the tree has to blossom. And I tell you, I'm blossoming. I'm just holding on to God's unchanging hand. See, one thing about holding on to God's unchanging hand, his hand never pulls back. It's the hand that's reaching up to God that pulls back. That's why you say you're holding on to God's unchanging hand. Because God's hand never changes. It's the hand that's reaching out to God that pulls back his hand. And I thank the Lord for just showing me favor and say, not this time, the situations that I've been in. But see, I try to erase that memory, and I'm trying to strive on in the Lord. And I thank God for just giving me a chance and an opportunity. Not allowing me to be 6 feet down in the grave, but to stand straight up as a man in a society where man is falling to the wayside. It's time for man to stand up together and join in unity, because the devil gets mad when he sees the priest of the house coming in God's house, and the priest of the house is not out here in the streets doing the work of the enemy. See, the adversary gets mad. Right now he's mad because we got these men. We could have been somewhere else right now. But God said no. No, 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 no. I'm not having it. You need to go get in my temple, up under my protection from the devil. See, because the adversary, he's out here to steal, kill, and destroy not only men, women, and child. You know, but the man is the head of the house. And whatever the head go, the tail must follow. That's why the man got to get it together. We got to come in unity. Because you look at the households out here, 80% of the household, maybe better. You got a woman that's taking care of the house, while the man out here doing other stuff. But as soon as trouble comes, he go downtown, the first person he run to and call is his wife. But the first person he calls said, Lord, why me? See, God will put you in a situation to let you realize you got to come back home. You know, and you got to realize that I'm here for you. He said one thing about it, I never leave you, I'll forsake you. That's right. You forsake God. And I just, you know, I'm not trying to sit here and, you know, that's what I felt in my bones. I wasn't going to say this because I've been thinking all day, and I stopped thinking. I was like, and I was filling the drums of work, put the drums on the platform, on the scale, and filling them up with coal. When I put the drums up there, they are empty. Okay, when I put the coating in there, 485 pounds of coating, it gets full. But one thing about it fill up to it. If you ain't careful and cut it off, you're gonna run over. But one thing about God, He never runs over. That's right. He'll fill your soul up. One thing about it, He'll never stop filling you up. He goes on and on and on. As long as you stay there and love and honor and protect Him. Because you can't fool Him. One thing about it, you can't fool God, you can fool man. And see, that's why we have these men's conferences for men to get together in unity. You know, but every day should be a men's conference. Every day should be unity. We shouldn't just have to come to the house of God just to praise and worship Him. We praise and worship God every day of the week. You know, the church is just a sanctuary that we come together to congregate amongst one another. You know, the church is inside of you. My Bible tells me, saying, upon this rock I shall build my what? Church. That's what the word says, right? So evidently God trusts man enough with this world, and what did man do? Become evil. See? But see, times have come now where man is going back to feeling the way he used to feel of being evil. But see, this time when God comes, oh, He's coming. He's coming like a thief in the night. You never know when the thief is coming. So one thing you can do is just prepare yourself for the moment of when God comes. You know, now I'm just sitting here, you know, getting full over this men's conference. We got one more night to go. One more night. You know, and then in August we got the women's coming up. But in the meantime, I'm going to serve my God. My God that looked after me, that protect and guide me, that set me free from the grips of the enemy. You know, I thank God, I thank my Apostle Teller for giving me the opportunity of coming up here tonight to put on a program, you know. And as long as you put God first, you don't have to worry about it. My wife gonna bring stuff up. I got something for you, Pastor. Thank you. Something for you. And I thank my wife for putting up with me. This time, you know, it's been a tense moment, you know. Like, when you relax, you know, how could I relax, you know? I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that. I sit up on the side of the bed, and I walk and get something to drink, and then No, she probably said, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? You know, I like to thank the master of ceremony, Minister Carter, young man of God. And I thank you for putting on a dynamic performance, running the program for you. And the man of the hour, Pastor Bankhead. Man of God. And right now, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my apostle, S.D.